Hello, my darlings. Welcome to Owl the Storyteller, where we explore the fascinating world of fashion history. Today, we'll dive into the corsetry and bodices of the Victorian Bustle Era, a time of dramatic silhouettes and technical innovation. Imagine a world where curves were everything, and the female form was sculpted with the precision of a Michelangelo statue. So grab your magnifying glasses, adjust your fascinators, and get ready for a journey back in time. We're about to unravel the secrets hidden beneath those layers of silk, satin, and whalebone. All right, ladies and gents, let's talk undergarments. Because in the Victorian era, the foundation was everything. During the Bustle Era, corsets weren't just about a tiny waist, they engineered a specific silhouette, the coveted hourglass figure. Imagine this: tightly cinched waists, smoothed out hips, all leading to a dramatic rounded backside. Over these intricate corsets, women wore bodices, beautifully fitted garments that served as a canvas for Victorian ideals of femininity and refinement. We're talking luxurious fabrics, delicate embellishments, and a level of tailoring that would make even the most seasoned seamstress swoon. So buckle up. We're about to explore the evolution of these essential garments and uncover the stories they tell about the women who wore them. Just like a good relationship, the Bustle Era had its phases. In the first Bustle Era, corsets were all about soft padding that extended over the hips, creating a smooth, flowing line down the back. Bodices were all about fitted elegance, often featuring princess seams and high necklines for daywear. Then came the second Bustle Era, where things got even more dramatic. Steel boning became all the rage, providing the structure needed for those iconic shelf-like bustles. Bodices followed suit, becoming more heavily tailored, with square necklines, puffed sleeves, and peplums that accentuated the now even tinier waist. Finally, as we entered the late Bustle Era, the S-bend corset took center stage. This ingenious invention pushed the hips back and the chest forward, creating the most exaggerated hourglass silhouette yet. So as you can see, the evolution of corsetry and bodices throughout the Bustle Era was a wild ride of innovation, artistry, and, let's be honest, a little bit of societal pressure. Now let's get up close and personal with the construction of these masterpieces. Corset boning, often made from steel or whalebone, provided the rigid structure needed to mold the body into the desired shape. But the real magic happened in the details. Darts, those ingenious triangular folds of fabric, were strategically placed to create a sculpted, curve-hugging fit. And princess seams, those long, elegant seams that run vertically down the bodice, added both structure and a touch of sophistication. High collars, often adorned with delicate lace trim, added an air of elegance and refinement to daywear. And for evening, well, that's when the real fun began. Think intricate beading, luxurious fabrics, and enough sparkle to rival the night sky. The craftsmanship involved was simply extraordinary, and it's a testament to the skill and artistry of the women who created these garments. Now, before we get too caught up in the intricacies of boning and seams, let's talk about why Victorian women embraced these often restrictive garments. These garments created a striking silhouette, one that was both elegant and alluring. The hourglass figure, with its tiny waist and accentuated curves, was the epitome of Victorian femininity. Corsets, when worn correctly, could actually improve posture and provide back support. Think of it as an early form of shapewear, albeit a much more structured one. And let's not forget the sheer variety that Victorian bodices offered, from formal gowns with intricate embellishments to practical day dresses with high collars and long sleeves. There was a bodice for every occasion. All right, darlings, it's time to address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the whalebone in the corset. While corsetry and bodices had their advantages, they also came with a significant set of drawbacks. Let's just say, comfort wasn't exactly a top priority. Tight lacing, the practice of cinching corsets to extreme degrees, could lead to a whole host of health problems. We're talking breathing difficulties, fainting spells, and even deformed ribs. And then there was the issue of restricted movement. Imagine trying to run for a bus or dance the night away in one of those get-ups. But perhaps the most significant disadvantage was the societal pressure that corsetry and bodices reinforced. These garments were a constant reminder of the rigid gender roles and expectations placed upon women during the Victorian period. So, while we can appreciate the artistry and craftsmanship of Victorian corsetry and bodices, it's crucial to acknowledge the very real downsides they represented. So, why are we still talking about Victorian corsetry and bodices all these years later? Because, my dears, fashion is cyclical. What goes around comes around, and the influence of the Victorian era can still be felt on runways and in boutiques today. For fashion enthusiasts, studying Victorian garment construction is like taking a masterclass in tailoring and fit. The intricate techniques, the attention to detail, the way these garments sculpted the female form, it's all incredibly inspiring, even if we're not aiming for a 19-inch waist. And the legacy of Victorian corsetry isn't confined to history books. Designers like Vivienne Westwood and Alexander McQueen have famously drawn inspiration from this era, reimagining corsets and bodices for a modern audience. So the next time you see a cinched waist or a structured bodice on the runway, remember the Victorian era and the enduring influence of those corseted silhouettes. Well, my lovelies, it seems our time together has come to an end. Thank you for joining me on this whirlwind adventure through the world of Victorian corsetry and bodices. Remember, fashion is more than just trends and fabrics. It's a powerful form of self-expression and a window into the past. So, the next time you slip into your favorite outfit, take a moment to consider the stories it tells, the history it embodies, and the people who came before you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fashion insights. Until next time, stay curious, stay stylish, and always remember the power of a good corset.